So we're here in St John Smith Square. We're making the third volume of our Sturm and Drang series. Each of these volumes of Sturm and Drang has a Haydn minor key symphony as one of the centerpieces. This time we have a sort of double sandwich. We've got three orchestral works, amazing symphonies by, Haydn's Trauer symphony, which talking to the players, I think for a lot of us, it's our sort of favorite Haydn symphony. We've got a lesser-known symphony by a Czech composer who was based in Vienna called Leopold Kozeluch, a symphony in G minor. We've done it quite a few times. It's become a bit of a party piece for us and we love it. And then the third orchestral piece is the most bizarre piece of Mozart, an Adagio and Fugue in C minor, which is unbelievably forward-thinking. The fugue is so chromatic and complex, quite desolate. Those that think of Mozart as happy, simple, elegant composer, this music is quite the opposite. It's incredibly intense, complex, like a very heavy red wine. Then we have two extended vocal pieces, both from operas, a piece called Alceste by Schweitzer, written in 1773. It's really astonishingly virtuosic, but also impetuous and very dramatic. And the same can be said of the Paisiello. It's a scene from the second act of a Paisiello opera. He wrote dozens of operas. This is an opera that Mozart heard in Italy in 1771. When it was premiered. It's called Annibale in Torino, Hannibal in Turin. Our singer for this disc is Emily Pogorelc. She's the most extraordinary young singer, but the depth and the wisdom and the sort of apparent wealth of experience and emotional connection that she brings to her singing is stupendous. The two pieces she's singing are both staggeringly difficult, and she just rides the waves and throws caution to the wind in the most thrilling and spectacular way.
The Mozartists is an absolutely extraordinary group. The musicians are really like no other. They're so collaborative, they're so knowledgeable, and so it's amazing to be able to delve into this very specific repertoire and be able to create so much incredible magic. I think that the Schweitzer aria is very, very difficult. It has so many twists and turns and so many different sections. And it's very, very difficult for the singer to get through these passages of coloratura with so many impulses, but at the end of each one, there's giant leaps in the vocal part. So you have to have a very good top and a very good bottom so that you can really show the unity of the voice throughout the aria. Ian is not only an incredible musician, but an incredible person. Whenever I get to work on a piece with Ian, it really is just such an incredible opportunity for me, and I always learn so much from it. So he really has taken me from being, a young artist and brought me forward into being someone who can actually express their ideas and back up everything I say with knowledge. So he's just an incredible example of how to be a great musician and a great human. I really enjoy working with him.
This disc as a whole, I'd say, is a wonderful precursor of what was to come in terms of romantic music, as it's called, from the 19th century, but also a wonderful celebration in its own right of music, some of which is relatively, really very little known still, from the 1770s, 1780s. I think for me, the whole idea of Sturm und Drang was a deliberate attempt to get away from the sort of Rococo niceties of the music that was being written in the early classical period. So the dynamic range and the intensity of all this music is absolutely worthy of the Sturm und Drang title and indeed the Sturm und Drang movement. Very intense, very dramatic, a wonderful sort of rattle bag of heightened emotion.